Hello and what is going on today, guys? Tomcat here, and today we are back in Forza Horizon 3 for another episode of Instagram Builds. Now, this particular episode is going to be focused on another GTR, but it's been getting so many requests and so much attention in the comments that I had to build it, and then I went and looked to see what the car was about, and then after doing that, I had to build it like even more. The want to build it was even stronger. So without any further ado, you guys will see. And also, you guys have been asking me to not only show the comments on screen, but also show a picture of the car itself on screen. So you guys will see that right now as well. And this is the DrivenToCure GTR. And if you guys don't know the story behind this car, basically DrivenToCure is the mission, basically, as it says on their Instagram page, is to bring awareness and provide funding for the research of rare kidney cancers in kids and young adults. So it's a very interesting way to go about raising awareness for something like that in the form of a Liberty Walk GTR. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and build the car, and it's a pretty on one hand, it's a pretty basic idea of a Liberty Walk build. It's orange, it's got black wheels, big wing, and just the whole build is set off super nicely. And I'm going to try and really recapture that in-game and do the real car justice. So I'm going to go ahead and go into the upgrades. And as you can see, this particular GTR already has a good bit of negative camber on it. I've kind of prepped it a little bit for what we're about to do here, just kind of in anticipation for the Liberty Walk kit itself, but it's also at stock ride height, so we're going to fix that, trust me. That's not permanent. Now, for the rear wing, Liberty Walk wing time, I mean, that thing is just huge. It's ridiculous. Now, for wheels, I'm sort of undecided on what to do as far as trying to replicate the actual wheels, because I don't think we have these wheels. I mean, I've looked for these wheels in-game, and I don't think that we actually have the exact same ones, but we can get close. It's similar to what we did in the last Instagram build GTR that we did. The mission was to get as close as we could to the wheels themselves. Even if we can't find the exact wheel, we still try to get really, really close. So I'm going to look through, and these look pretty close, but the ones on the actual car itself have they have another almost like a step lip, so we'll see if we can find another wheel that that lends itself to kind of like that characteristic. I don't know if there is one, but that's you know what? That's the closest thing so far. That's the closest thing so far right there. I mean, we do have to change the color, obviously, but that's pretty damn close. So that's what we're going with, and we're going to change the sizing. We're going to change the color. Don't you guys worry about that. But we're going to go up to 21s in the back, and just to fill up those wheel wells a little bit better. And then from here, we're going to make sure we are hella wide and hella wide. It is a wide body, so we got to be as wide as humanly possible. Drivetrain, transmission, we're just going to build it. Now, as far as performance goes, I know that the actual DrivenToCure GTR sits right around 700 horsepower. So we're going to go ahead and go for a 700 horsepower setup. And in going with that 700 horsepower setup, we're going to try and tune the performance accordingly. So the DrivenToCure GTR also has a half cage. Doesn't have the full cage, doesn't have the actual beams in the front of the cabin, but it does have them in the back, so we're going to stick them in the back. And again, like I said, we're trying to get as close as we can. So 553 after a cold air intake. We're going to do kind of as many bolt-ons as we can, and then once we're done with that, we'll see where we sit for power. Let's see, intercooler was 602, turbo upgrade 753. I'm trying to get right to the 700 mark, because if I get right to, this is not a bolt-on, I know, but let's see. What about with cams? What can we do with cams? 652, that's not a bolt-on either, that's engine work. 667 with ignition, with fuel system should get us close. 684. We did race exhaust, right? Yeah, we did. Okay, let's see. Valve train. 697. So 697, 713, 708. Okay, 708. I wanted to get right over 700, and 708 kind of puts me right where I was hoping we would be at. So we're going to go ahead and install that setup for performance, and then, or now I should say, we're going to go ahead and go into the paint shop and get that exact paint job done. And it's a very simple paint job. You know, it's not a very complicated paint job. It's a solid orange and then black wheels, but I'm gonna try and go for like almost like a metal flake with the orange just to make it pop just a little bit better. And then let's see, brightness for that, and then that's base color. Now flake color, we're gonna do an orange as well to try and match it up as close as we can. That's pretty close. I'm looking at a picture of the car right now to see, it's a little lighter than that, but yeah, that's pretty much right there. That's pretty much right at what the car actually looks like as far as colors. Now the wheels are kind of a satin black, so they're kind of a semi-gloss, so I'm gonna go, are they semi-gloss? Yeah, well, from the picture I can say, yeah, they're about semi-gloss. So let's say paint color, just gonna go all the way black with these. There we go. And now I'm going to actually tint. I'm going to do some window tint as well. Not full tint, but kind of like a dark. Yeah, there we go. Go ahead and save to current car. And now we can take this thing out, have some fun with it. And but before we do that, I want to look around it in the garage for a minute. And I also want to say that everybody that's that if there's anybody involved directly with this car that's watching this video, you guys are doing awesome. You guys are doing an awesome job. I think that you guys have a great project going on. I love the car, and I love what you guys are doing it for, and I support that fully. So more power to everybody involved with this car, seriously. So I'm going to go ahead and Forza Vista. We'll look around this thing a bit. I'm very much okay with this. It looks really good. I love the way it came out. I mean, I think especially with the cage, and I'm going to look over the car one more time. I'm literally looking through pictures of the car right now, and I honestly, like, I wish that we could do, I wish that we could, you know, go full bagged on this car just because the actual car is bagged, but there's only one thing that I want to see real quick, and that is, well, tell you what, before we do anything, we're going to go and drive it, because this thing deserves to be driven, and it deserves to get some damn good pictures. Nice launch. All right, now, come on, give it a little bit of lift, power down. I have tuned the differentials a little bit so that it splits a little bit more of its power to the back end, but to be brutally honest, guys, this car feels awesome. It really likes this power level too, like right at 700 horsepower. It's definitely not overpowering for the car. The drivetrain can handle it. The tire size matches it perfectly, and it just handles so well. Also with that slightly tweaked power split, and whoop, that's the edge of the road. But with that slightly tweaked power split, it really does work super well. I'll put it in reverse real quick because I wanted to turn around anyway. Let me actually use this corner to demonstrate real quick what that slightly rear bias power split does for you. So you can be on power going through these corners and maintain like you would maintain a rear wheel drive car, but at the end of the corner, you get this little bit of a pull that pulls the front end back around. So it's a little bit odd if you haven't gotten used to it before, but I actually sort of enjoy it. Oh, that threw us. Come on. There we go, there we go. I don't think we're going to be setting any records on this speed zone, but I'll tell you one thing. You're going to have fun doing it in this car. It just looks so good. Maybe a bit of new personal best is probably like a 1 star. Yeah. I was going to say. Launch, come on, get into boost. Thing loves highway pulls. I mean, the gearing is short, so it's only gonna it tops at like 211-ish miles an hour, but it just loves highway pulls. Come on. Oh, what? Or was there 200? 230. Oh, I was wrong. Tops at 219. I saw Ow. I saw 219 on the speedometer before we used multiple traffic vehicles as our brakes. Now, before we finish this episode off, I did actually want to do one more thing with this car. And I don't know, I want to use it in a race. Because I feel like, you know, you can build a car, but if you use it in a race, that just makes it it just makes it that much better. It makes it that much more fun of a build. And like you actually took it and used it. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you just kind of built it and let it sit there. So we're going to go ahead and use it in a race real quick. And just because for the sheer fact that I want to use it in a race. And let's see. Exhibition race. Modern supercars. DrivenToCure GTR. Let's see what we can do. I think this thing is... I didn't even pay attention to PI. Like, when I built this car, I paid zero attention to what the PI was. I literally just built the car as close as I could, to like, performance and visual-wise, to the actual car. So, I'm not sure where we're going to end up. Archway Meadows Circuit. Let's do this! Dude, holy crap. People are all out with the designs this time. My mission was to get into second gear as quickly as possible because first gear, this thing blows all 4 tires off. The grip is, immense, dude. Not gonna lie, that may not have been the best approach to that corner, but screw it, it was fun. Come on. And down a couple gears, second. That's the first Audi R8 we passed. Come on, to get the second R8. Oh, bruh. Come on. Let me by. Little dab of brakes. Oh, there we go. And get ready. See if we can outbrake these guys. GTA Spano on the left. R8 V10 Plus coming up ahead of us. Let's get it right to the outside, down to second gear. Maybe a little bit too early, actually. Ooh, trying to power up the hill. Lap 2 out of 3. Was able to get through that section way quicker than he was, so that set us up much better for the coming sections. Come on. Down to third. Modulation of the throttle. Floored now out of the corner. A little bit of braking. Equivalent of left foot braking, basically. Oh, 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 oh! Okay, wow, that was close. A little bit of a late brake in the entry to that section. Ooh, a little bit of air, too. You can just power right through. Nice thing is, if you trail brake into... Oh, crap. That was weird. The car had a weird snap. But no, like, if you trail brake this car in and the rear end comes around, dude, you can literally just let it... You can let the car just kind of sail out of corners. It's a really nice characteristic, but... That is a win. That is the build. That is the DrivenToCure GTR. If you guys did enjoy this video, don't forget to hit that like button. Tell me in the comment section down below what you guys thought of it. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe for more. And I will see all of you awesome subscribers in the next one. Talk to you guys later, and I hope you guys enjoyed.